at some point, we do need people to come out and say, education is not the only option. I thought I would drop out and make a lot of money. And guess what? When I dropped out, showed me flames. You can learn to become a photographer without necessarily going to university. And you can make 60,000 Rand per month as a photographer in real estate.
There are guys doing that much?
There are guys doing that. I was defaulting on my payments for my bond.
You defaulted?
I was defaulting. I needed 500,000 every month. I don't see value in decreasing anymore. I see value in...
Welcome to another edition of Mindset Profits. Today we are keeping it corporate. I guess today came in a suit and we said, you know what, let's go to the boardroom. Winston, how's it, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, my brother?
I am excited to have you here. And
sure.
Maybe let me tell the community, the family online, you're one of those, man, that fill me with a bit of jealous. This guy cracked the millions at a very young age. And I listen to your story, I talk to you, and I think, goodness, other children. How are you, man?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good to have you. So,
sure.
For context, I think this is going to be, normally he is known for doing really well and winning multiple awards in the real estate space. Even in events that I've invited him to, he has said that he never runs out of content when it comes to real estate. Many people that invite him would like to talk about and end up talking about real estate. That's not what we're going to do. I want to talk to the man behind the awards. The man behind the awards. Because he called me and said, all that you know, I almost lost everything.
Everything.
All these millions, the CEO tag that we know about,
sure.
It almost just... How far back are we talking?
We're talking about 7 months to a year.
So this is
recent. I wouldn't have come during. You see, now I'm happy. I'm smiling.
Now you can talk.
Now we can talk. We can talk about the history.
So you're coming in. I was telling the lady at reception, this young man found some serious success at a very young age.
Sure.
And she says, you would never tell. He's so humble.
Sure.
He just greeted us.
I'm so used to that, actually.
Such a sweet young man, you would never know.
It's a Swati thing.
It's the upbringing.
Yeah, it's upbringing for sure. I know. We sometimes play around with the word humble, but I think it's something that's engraved in me. From the way I was brought up. My dad was a disciplinarian. He was a gentleman, actually. He still is. He's still alive. He's a gentleman. And, there's a lot of stuff that I've picked up from him. And one of the things that he values the most is respect. Respect every person, regardless of their titles, what they wear, what they drive. Just respect people. And you can go a long way with that. Yeah,
man, it's good to see. It's good to see. So, putting my jealousy aside.
Here we go.
I want to learn. And I know there will be many people that have heard your story. Some who are meeting you for the first time here who want to know, how does success come so early on for someone as young as you were at the time? Because my introduction to you was a young man who was successful, a CEO, employing so many people, but dropped out of school to get there.
Yeah.
And it was strange for me.
Sure.
And then I called you for radio.
Yeah.
One of the first things you brought up was, I did drop out of school. I did grow the business and get successful and stuff, but I immediately went back to school.
Correct.
So I had called you thinking, interviewing
someone with that
brother, I went back. To
Yeah,
school.
yeah, no. I proudly went back to school and got accreditations, and I'm still studying.
So
Yeah,
let's try and track back to try and understand how you built this empire that you almost lost.
Okay, yeah.
What was the foundation like for you?
Okay, so I'll just let me start to ground zero, right? Where everything started for me, and I grew up in a farm. My dad's a farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did animal husbandry. He used to grow crops, sell spinach. We used to sell spinach. In fact, I went to a very good school in the East Rand and in Woodlands International College.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now, that was the school fees came from spinach, selling spinach. And, so yeah, my dad has always been doing that. I mean, before he was in corporate, he worked for Petrus Motipe back in 2007. He climbed the ladders. He worked for banks.
So he had good jobs.
Working
for a billionaire is not easy.
It's not easy. He was an exec.
Oh.
Yeah, for one of it's Arm Gold. Is it Arm Gold? But he was an exec for one of Petrus Motipe's companies.
Okay.
He still has that picture where it's Patrice and then it's all the other execs and then he's just below the execs.
To show you at home.
Yeah, to show I work for this man. I'm important. He actually went to school with him as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I always think to myself, when am I ever gonna get access to Motipe, Dad?
But you went to school with some pretty cool guys as well.
Yeah, no, I did, definitely. So yeah, I guess I grew up in a farm. I remember my mom used to wake me up early in the morning at 6. And we used to go, it's literally door knocking, selling spinach. We used to go to depot and we would supply spinach there as well. There's a lot of different products we supplied. There's peanuts and all these other things.
Yeah.
So I got exposed to entrepreneurship at a very young age. I mean, even when I got to grade 7, they were basically doing a whole video game. I was doing the video. Yeah, they were doing an entrepreneurship day competition. I won the competition. And I suppose when you look at the idea then, like some of the students were selling like sweets, they had their stalls selling teddy bears. Some of the kids were just doing basic stuff. And I came and I was like, you know what, let me rent a classroom. Well, I didn't rent a classroom, I got a free classroom. Let me get a TV from one of the teachers, and then let me get a few consoles from one of my friends, and then I'll plug them in, and then I'll just charge the kids to pay for playing against each other.
You ran a competition?
And literally ran a competition.
Who gave you the idea?
I mean, I was always playing video games with my friends, and it was always competitive. Like I didn't even have friends where I grew up, but at school, I used to go to my friends' houses and play video games with them. So the idea was always, it's something that I was living at a young age. It wasn't too far off. So I just thought of it from a monetary point of view. I know a lot of young kids like playing games. I'm sure if I set up a whole video game console and get the kids to compete against each other, they would pay for it.
All right. Grade 7, you win this competition.
Yeah.
How does it translate to high school entrepreneurship still? Because this could have happened once and you forgot about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I got to high school, my focus wasn't necessarily entrepreneurship. So, grade 8, everything's exciting. You choose the sports you want to play. You get a bit of, tougher subjects. So you're quite focused. Funny enough, I failed grade 8.
Wait. I was mixing things up now because you said you were quite focused. And I'm thinking, I know you dropped off.
You dropped off at some point. I was very smart.
Yeah.
Reason why I failed was because of just not doing my homework and not doing the exams. Because I was focused on, which is what I'm about to get to now, what got me distracted when I got to high school, right? So yes, I was the high school captain for the school team at grade 8. You know, I was already like getting popular in the school for being an achiever in sports.
Yeah.
And then one day, I remember it was grade 9, the school decided they wanted to promote a healthy lifestyle. And they stopped selling cold drinks. So I immediately thought of an idea. Hey, I can go to like different suppliers and get cold drinks and then sell them to these kids during break time or after school. Because it's weird. It's like I wasn't really entrepreneurial. I guess I was if you look at it from that point of view. But I was just thinking more of I can easily make money from these kids, you know, because they're all complaining about not having cold drinks. So I thought of an idea of selling cold drinks to them. So I used to go around so I went to a suppliers. I went to Game, Clicks, all these different retails. Even the suppliers we used to supply to for spinach back then, I still had their contacts. Hey guys, get me some cold drinks. I would get a can, 5 Rand per can, and I would sell it for 15 Rand.
Goodness.
Yeah. So I used to make like 10 Rand.
All right.
profit.
So in terms of logistics of just carrying this is heavy stuff.
This is heavy stuff.
How are you moving it around?
So I had sports bags, 2 sports bags, and then I had my normal school bag. So I used to drop them with security in the morning. So they would. So
it's sounding so illegal.
It sounds so illegal. You know how illegal this sounds. It's such a genius idea, because even some of the school when I got caught, right, which is, I'm gonna get, maybe I'm fast forwarding. So I used to drop it off by the security guards, and then every time the kids would come in, they would collect the cold drinks from the security,
pay at the security. So I'd collect my money afterwards. I even got the security guard in trouble. So that's one of the things that they did. And then the other thing is during break time, I had the other bag. So during break time, I would go and deliver in different spots where the children were sitting. So I even had employees, because I would go to my peers and say, I'll pay you 400 Rand if you deliver these weekly. These are the specific people that you need to deliver to every day. And I'll give them a list, and they would just go there and deliver, and that's it. Get paid.
And get paid. Sounds like I was selling drugs.
It does.
It does, right? And it was literally cold drinks, because they literally they banned cold drinks, juice. It was just water. Imagine, and we're talking about kids who could afford cold drinks. They would buy cold drinks like every other hour. So. Yeah, I suppose I got caught. You know, I got caught. So a few months later, the rubbish bins were full of cans every week. Eventually, one of the prefects and one of the teachers started investigating, and then they found out that, someone was definitely selling cold drinks here, because they stopped selling at the tuck shop. Yeah, exactly. And that's basically how I got caught. It was a genius idea, because all the teachers were like, wow, who would have thought? You know, but I got home and I got a hiding. Yeah, it wasn't so sweet when I got home.
It wasn't received well.
But I mean, I made money. I made good money then. I mean, I'm talking about like a whole month I would walk away with 10,000.
Yo!
Because it was 6. So just think about it. Even from 60 Rand profit for just a 6-pack.
I'm reversing and doing the method to even back then the 10,000. That would have been a lot. And considering you're a student as well.
Yeah, it was a lot. So, you know where
Is this what confused you to think, hey, entrepreneurship is my thing, let me leave school alone?
In fact, you know, the videos that I used to watch on YouTube made it worse. Because I used to watch videos of Bill Gates saying he dropped out of Harvard and he became a billionaire. So I used to look up to all these super powerful, rich billionaires who dropped out of school. Mark Zuckerberg.
Now you're making money.
And I'm making money. I thought I would drop out and make a lot of money. And guess what? When I dropped out, showed me flames. Just literally went down. Because looking at that story, when I dropped out in grade 11, by the way, I used to also sell video games.
Okay.
At school. Yeah. So I used to exchange video games with the other students. So I had a lot of
Where were you getting them?
So the gamers at school, they used to get games. Obviously, they used to buy every new game, latest game from home. I thought an idea of buying video games from them, old pre-owned video games, and then going to cash converters and cash crusaders to sell them. It got to a point where
you've come a long way.
I've come a long way in this entrepreneurship thing, because that was actually.
So you would buy used games from other students and take them to pawn shops.
Yes. So the nice thing is, some of these kids, they used to buy games. Let's look at FIFA, for example. A FIFA game. Every year there would be a FIFA 10, FIFA 11, FIFA 12, right? So they had all these games just sitting in the closet because they would only play and focus on one game that year. So I went and I bought games from. So the crazy thing is I got them for absolutely nothing. Like I used to get 10 PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 games at 100 Rand. And then I would take those and I would go to cash converters and cash crusaders and they would pay me 300 Rand each per game. Brilliant idea.
Had some serious profit.
That's literally.
I can see where the confusion came from.
You understand? Because I would even used to go to the other kids that didn't have that particular game, and I would trade it with the other students that had the game. Weird. I was just busy around the students, but I was just making money.
So why do you think it didn't work when you dropped out then?
So, and I think this is something that we do, as people that start businesses, we always look at other successful people and think we can do it too until you get to the reality of it. I think for me, the biggest reality was, like, let's look at the video games, for example.
Yeah.
I didn't consider costing. My mom used to take me to the video game.
To the pawn shops.
To the pawn shops. So I didn't need to pay for petrol. If I needed to buy games from one of the students, I would just ask my mom to give me 500 Rand and I would pay it back. That's capital. Like, there's so many things that I got. And so I'll tell you how it got difficult for me. I failed grade 11. And I remember I was going home and my dad found out that I was actually selling games. He almost beat me up that day. I actually ran away. I remember we were driving past Edenvale by the McDonald's, and he just wanted to beat me up so bad. And remember, he's driving the car, he's sitting behind. So he turned around because we're having a back and forth argument. I was so confident that I knew what I was doing and this was it for me, and I needed him to support me.
Also, you were defending your position.
I was defending my position, and for the first time ever, I actually had a voice. Because with my dad, like I said, he's a disciplinarian. You don't argue, you don't backchat. But that day, I don't know if it was my demons were up, but I told that man off. I told him I would pursue this. I would pursue my dreams, and I don't care if I need to drop out.
Also, you could see he wants to stop the car and deal with you.
Deal with me
properly.
Physically. I took off, opened the door, by the traffic lights, opened the door, and I ran. I remember running, and then I called one of my friends and I said, I need a place to stay tonight. I'm not going back home. And from there, I then moved to Ekasi, Eguatema, because I asked one of my brothers a brother of mine, he had a small house, and he wanted me to pay rent. I convinced him because I was like, listen, I make money. I can make money. Guess what? I got there. Now I don't have my mom to take me to the games. Now I don't have the capital to buy these games.
And now they want rent.
That's when reality hit.
And because you left running away and you left in the midst of this fight, you couldn't go back home.
No, not even.
And you couldn't call for capital.
I couldn't call for capital. The funny thing is, I always say I got kicked out, right?
Yeah.
One could argue, you ran away.
Because they would have accepted you back.
They would have accepted me back. And in fact, my dad was like, come back home, come repeat school. At some point when the anger had died down a bit, I still refused to go back home. Because I believed so much in this.
Was it ego?
I had so much faith in the dream. I don't think I had enough ego then. I had a lot of pride because, the pride came from the evidence of making money. So I always had this idea that I can survive without my parents because I did it in school. You know, even when reality hit, I still had that sense of belief, like I will come out of this. And funny enough, I did. Even when I refused to go back home and things went down, there were times where I couldn't even know where money was going to come from buying food, from transport, because even my siblings were not going to help me. I was a rebellious child. I needed to go back home.
I'm thinking of this season that you just went through now, where you actually almost lost your business.
Yeah.
And tracking back to what you're saying.
Sure.
So your resilience was cultivated early on in your journey.
Sure. That's so true. You're spot on. I'm so tenacious. I'm fearless. I'm super resilient. And I guess that's the answer to that. It was cultivated from a very young age. And I think it helped me a lot throughout the journey. I mean, I've had ups and downs in business.
Yeah.
And
so this was not the first time.
This is not the first time, you know. So yeah, I'll take it back to my to the situation where I almost.
So when you're saying you could have gone back and it got real in business, and when all of this is going on, how does it change? How do you come out of it?
So, based on the back to
during the time
that all of this is now happening,
it just got real.
Yeah,
you can't go back home.
Yes,
there's no capital.
Yeah,
now you have to fix the situation because clearly you did come out.
Yeah,
what did that picture look like?
So, I was fortunate enough. And I go back and I think about it now, relationships were so important. At school, one of the parents found out that I was struggling. And they called me in for lunch and said, hey, we hear you're struggling. We can offer you a job opportunity to be a receptionist at our recruitment company. I mean, that company now is sold for millions, a German family. I'm well spoken. They've heard my story about entrepreneurship. I was selling cold drinks, games. I've got leadership skills.
So all of these things came all together to come and assist you to at least pass an interview that you would have failed.
We would have failed without a matric
because you didn't have the qualification.
Literally. I mean, they really offered me a good job because I mean I was getting 6,000 rand per month. They gave me a home to stay in their backyard.
So you're getting this money and there's no rent.
And there's no rent.
You know, I see two things there. One, the private school worked.
Private school.
That worked. But the second thing is sometimes we do get lucky, but sometimes we don't see that you really worked hard to be in a position where you can be lucky.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's a lot you did.
Touching on it, yeah.
There's a lot you did.
Yeah, it's called preparation. When preparation meets opportunity. That's the luck you're talking about.
Yeah, because they saw your track record. Because that interview you were failing.
Definitely. Without a paper. Whereas I'm young black.
Yeah. And without a matric.
Without a matric.
But I like how it turns around for you. Now, these guys, this is the first job that you have.
Yeah, first job.
And the high performance version of you begins there.
And now I have access to the corporate environment. I now have, and I think that's something about me what I've, from selling spinach, I learned the value chain from a very young age. There was always interest and curiosity from a very young age.
Yeah,
I understood how agriculture works from selling spinach. So for me, it wasn't just here's a product, here's profit. I understood a lot. I understood why the supplier had to do things a certain way. I understood why the market demands for spinach.
You would have conversations with different people.
Conversations, YouTube videos.
Okay.
One would think I was a gig. I used to stay on the screen and just watch content on business.
Back then.
Goodness,
I think I'm a lot less jealous now. I think, no.
So now okay, this guy prepared himself.
You prepared
yeah,
yourself.
it wasn't luck.
Because I backtracked to my time in high school
Yeah,
and university. I was playing.
sure,
You know, I would not be here
sure.
were it not for my teacher. There's a primary school teacher
Yeah,
that I came across. I
Sure.
moved school and got moved back to one school and found a teacher. She beat the intelligence out
out
of
of
us.
you. yeah,
Because I came in as this guy that just takes days,
Yeah.
plain class, you sit at the back,
sure.
very shy, very conservative, reserved. So
Sure.
I hide
Yeah,
from anything.
yeah,
But man, she came and she was just a force to everyone, not just to me.
sure.
Set a very high standard for all of us,
of
and
you.
we all outperformed
Sure.
ourselves.
Wow.
So without her, yeah, she really beat the intelligence out. She forced a reading culture
Sure.
to all of us.
Wow.
And by the time we were in high school, we were like,
Excelled.
we were doing things on autopilot that we thought were normal, but they were that foundation. Someone who cared enough to say, you are all going to pass,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Sure.
But
The foundation.
it was forced.
It was forced.
I wasn't the guy going to YouTube because I wanted to do well in entrepreneurship.
Sure.
So you see, because it was forced, gradually as the years went by, she's
Sure.
not around, remember? So you're doing less and less of it. By the time I finished varsity, I remember first year, I failed 2 subjects. One of them was accounting, which is weird because
Oh.
finance is what I teach.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say that's. I'm like, oh, you've got a finance book, don't you? yeah.
I like that part because
yeah.
even in workshops, sometimes I
Yeah,
just decide to be funny and throw
Sure.
it. So let me give you my bio. I had a sub first
Yeah.
semester, first year.
Yeah.
Second semester, I had a sub again in one subject, finance.
Sure.
I'm teaching you finance today. Good luck.
Sure.
But
Sure.
obviously it turns around because
Yeah.
when I finish varsity, I get a job.
Yeah.
And when they gave me the job, they didn't check my transcript. They just said you have an economics degree, you know numbers.
Yeah. You're the right
Accounting
guy.
is your thing. So you're doing financial projections.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it at work, it looks different. It's real.
Sure.
And you see the numbers move around and
That's
the
true.
implications and stuff. So you connect the
That's
dots.
true. That's true.
And I had friends that were teaching me how all of these things work and
Yeah.
connect together. So I got
Sure.
to understand it. I get to my MBA, accounting, distinction.
Sure.
So you see the turnaround.
Sure. Transformation.
Yeah, that's how finance happens.
Sure.
But I was listening to your story and thinking, man, when I was your age, I was playing.
You're ish.
The seasons you're talking about, that's when I'm failing
fa-
accounting because I'm busy playing sports, banking class.
Sure.
Now
So
I see why
I
the
see. I
millions
was a little
took
bit
long.
ahead.
The millions took too long.
Yeah, failure was waiting for me from birth.
Well,
yeah, no, I get you. I get
Alright,
you.
so I guess I see the
Yeah,
preparation.
no.
So how did you then outperform in this role and get to starting your business?
Okay. So fortunately, with the recruitment company, I got all the CVs and the vacancy schedules that used to come in right in front of the desk. So I used to see all the job opportunities. And remember, this was a big company. They were the trusted.
Yeah.
So I saw a job post from Pam Golding the one time, and it says entrepreneurship. I didn't know Pam Golding then. I knew property business. I knew Donald Trump. I knew all these property moguls. Then there's property gurus, Cardone, and all these guys from YouTube. But I didn't know Pam Golding as a brand. I just saw entrepreneurship opportunity in the property sector.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going for it. And when I got there, my first interview with the lady, it's a high performing agent. She was sold within 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, cool. When can I start? And then I obviously quit my job. I quit everything. I lost the house. I lost the job. Another story of going down. It seems like every risk I take,
It works
it then,
and then takes a nosedive.
in fact, when I get to what happened later on in business, it's exactly how it transpired as well, you know, because I took the risk, went down. I mean, the lady was now paying me like 3,000 Rand per month. She was literally exploiting me.
Yeah.
And I used to do all the for sale house. I used to be the guy that used to put the for sale signs. I used to do that every Sunday. And there were times where she couldn't attend the viewing appointments. And show houses was a big thing then. I know now we have social media, we have technology. Doing show houses every Sunday was a big thing then. And she stopped going through the show houses because she trusted me with the job. She's like, no, you can take through the clients. Again, I was exposed to the value chain. Oh, so this is how it works. Or this is what this does. Or this is what this means. Oh, to buy a house, you need to have a credit. So I had access to all the processes of it because I was doing show houses every Sunday. Also, I didn't realize then that I was increasing the sales of this agent. Because I used to show up every Sunday for show houses, and it's a numbers game. Real estate is a numbers game.
Yeah.
Then the manager of the branch came to me and said, hey, why don't you become an agent? Because you've tripled this agent's sales in the past 3 months. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's go for it. And then I became a property practitioner just like that without a matric.
Is that what forced you to go back and do school?
Yes, and the reason why I went back is it's an extremely regulated industry. You need to be licensed, you need to be educated, you need to be accredited. But my reason for going back to school was not necessarily because of the paper. I mean, even now I'm studying valuations. I want to get into municipalities. I'm continuously studying. It reflects to your success in the industry as well. Because the more you know, you become the go-to person. The more you know, it's easy to make deals out of knowledge and information.
Here for just a sec, I want you to speak to someone maybe in high school or university.
Yeah.
High school thinking the same as you back then, to say there's AI now, there's content. Education has lost its value.
That's a powerful question you're about to ask. Okay.
It's lost its relevance.
Yeah.
The system is now, it's old school. Or someone in university feeling a bit disillusioned because the message they keep hearing is, this is losing relevance. By the time you finish your degree, you'll have no job anyway. What's the point? Where are you on this now? Because it surprises me that you've made this money and you're still studying.
Yeah. Okay. Looking at my industry, I integrate both. Information and knowledge will always be valuable and powerful. And I think I said this probably in every podcast. Like, if you look at the economic status of our country and you look at the outdated system, right, in terms of our educational system.
Yeah.
I was looking at stats the other day. You've got 700,000 unemployed graduates coming out of university annually. Then you look at the SMEs statistics. They create, as successful, profitable SMEs create 250,000 jobs annually. So you're telling me that there's a guaranteed 500,000 people
at least
sitting at home, guaranteed annually. So that's shocking, right?
Yeah.
And how do we address this problem? We've been trying to address this problem for the longest time. And at some point, we do need people to come out and say, education is not the only option. People might come for me for saying this. The stats are quite evident. Look at how much universities make every year from applications. Just application fees. We've got millions and millions of young people applying at universities.
Oh, you mean from people who apply and don't
even get in? I'm just dissecting the idea of education. So now we're moving away from the 400,000, 500,000 guaranteed
that they
young people
get
that
degree and
still not get a job. Now you have the people that are applying and they're not even getting to universities, sitting at home, millions. So the problem is huge. It's a big pie. It's a big elephant. We need to start looking at alternative solutions. We need to disrupt the educational system now. And I don't want to speak from a point of privilege and say, hey, I dropped out of school and I made millions. No, at a young age. No.
You can't, because you went back to school.
I went back to school. So I just want to change the perspective a little bit. Let's use technology now, AI especially, has disrupted the way the older generation used to do things.
True.
The person that will learn how to do video editing, website design, content creation, graphic designing. In fact, now you can become HR and an accountant and a salesperson through AI lead generation. So there's HR softwares now where it runs everything for you automatically. There's lead generation tools now where I don't need to be a salesperson. I don't need to door knock. I don't need to call. There's AI tools that can generate automatic leads for the products and the services that you're selling.
Yeah.
So,
and you get to see this even in your business, because it does influence how you recruit.
Correct.
Where you needed to recruit 10 people, now you need 3.
Exactly. And this is overall advice. It doesn't have to be even in my sector. But what I'm basically saying is there's a huge demand for, let's look at my industry. Like, look at real estate.
Yeah.
To sell one house, you first need to advertise it before you talk about numbers.
Yeah.
And the area and the location. Let's just talk about photography.
Yeah.
Every house requires photography, professional photography, for you to then advertise it. You can learn to become a photographer without necessarily going to university. And you can make 60,000 Rand per month as a photographer in real estate.
There are guys doing that much.
There are guys doing that. We pay our guy 4,000 Rand per month, and we're not the only agency
that
he's working with. We've got bigger agencies with a bigger team, 3,000 agents that use photography services. You have people making a lot of money. So we do need to start looking at AI and these softwares and these tools, and we need to start studying the market differently. That administrator that you go and you study administration in university, whether it's TUT or it's UP or it's UJ, you're studying business administration. Chances are there's AI tools that can do all of that. So we need to shift our mindset now and look more towards these things that these companies are now looking at. It does not necessarily mean that you should not go to school. The more you know, the more you earn. There's no ways. These tools that I'm talking about, you still need to learn them.
True.
You need to go to an AI university. You need to study software engineering. You need to go to a smaller technical a smaller college and study photography.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come out and then offer professional services.
I get you. So where I wanted to see was, what did your experience teach you about education, and what did you advise people that are growing up now? Because there are many people that are at the crossroads when it comes to making a decision on, what do I do? Do I go for the degree? Do I not go for the degree?
Sure.
My caution is always around, sometimes when we give advice, we don't realize that you're just saying it, you're one person.
Yeah.
It lends to 1 million people.
Yeah.
Of the 1 million people, 10% can interpret it correctly. The 90% that can't hear the message, interpret it wrong, and you don't consider what they go and do based on what you say.
Yeah, that's true.
And which goes on and destroys their life 5 years later.
Sure. Risk.
Because some people don't end up going for the education. They get amazing opportunities later that needed them to have done the education.
Yeah.
And then if this is 5 years later, and the question you're asking them is, in the 5 years since that time you made that decision, what have you been doing?
Sure.
And then you realize they did nothing.
Sure.
And for me, that's always a fate much worse.
Yeah.
than just getting
Than
education.
just getting education.
Because if you don't need it, you don't need it. You didn't waste time. But if you do need it, you
Ish.
better have it.
Yeah. You've got no choice.
Because you never see what's coming in future. You really don't get to see what you're going to. I never saw. If I backtrack 5 years, just early as 5 years ago, I would never in any world said I would have a podcast. This was not
interesting.
This was not a dream of mine.
Interesting. Sure.
As early as 5 years ago.
Sure.
I could even say 4. I think it started like just over 3 years.
Sure.
To even be in the frame of mind. Which actually, this is a thing. So you never know what's coming. You never know what qualifications and skills you will need. In my case, it wasn't education that helped me start this. It was just being useful at church.
You're contradicting yourself, but yes.
No. This is not the contradiction.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I got busy and practical and useful serving at church, and I didn't know that I would need that skill.
Okay, I get you.
At the time that you're doing it, you're just doing it because maybe you have nothing to do, or you're passionate about it, or you genuinely want to help.
I hear you.
But in whatever is in front of you, you don't know what's coming in future.
That's the tricky part.
That's the tricky part.
I hear you.
And what you always can control is over the next 5 years, what are you doing? Because if I'm back then and I have to choose between a degree or not doing a degree, my question is, if I don't do the degree, what else am I doing?
Sure.
Because the alternative is, if I do the degree, if a different opportunity that's better comes, I can drop out. Like you're not changed to a university.
True.
You always have options. But I would rather, if nothing comes out in the 5 years, in 5 years later I have a degree.
Exactly.
In 5 years' time.
I get
you see, that's kind of way, because I worry about sometimes advice that goes out.
Yes.
Without us realizing that most of the people that will listen respect the person that's speaking.
Yes.
But don't know how to interpret
what they're saying.
Sure. And when you ruin their life, you are not there to know.
Yes. Sure.
For you,
leadership is not easy.
It's not easy.
Leadership is not easy.
And for someone in your position, a lot of people respect you. So I guess you really want to be super careful every time.
I need to be very careful. But I also need to drop just a pinch of salt. A bit of truth.
No, drop it. I welcome. I'm a views.
I think we need to, and I think now, in fact, I don't see value in degrees anymore. I see value in your occupational certificates, your skills certificates, because we're preaching entrepreneurship, and we're thinking we're gonna go to school, because look at some of the. Let's look at the big industries. To be a doctor, you have to go to a university. You have to pass all the exams
and
to become a medical doctor, and we need doctors. Okay, one could look at it from a point of, I can be a doctor and then start my own medical center one day.
You can be an engineer.
And I can be an engineer. Let's look at lawyers. You can't just be well spoken, articulate things nicely, you know the law, and then you call yourself a lawyer and you start your own practice.
There's a guy who did it in Kenya.
There's a guy who did it and got arrested. Exactly.
But
you have to go through university, pass your board exams, you have to do your articles until you become a lawyer. Then only then you start your own business, your own practice. So we are preaching entrepreneurship to these young people especially, and I think what we need to realize is there are a lot of other small set of skills that one can go into within a year, within 6 months to a year courses. We're talking about AI courses. We're talking about your occupational courses from the
artisanal courses. I do get you there.
You know what I mean? You can become you can start an electrical company. You can do an occupational certificate as an electrician for 12 months. And then when you're done with that course, you can start offering electrical services.
Yeah, but you're not contradicting anything there. What you're saying is there's a lot more to the world than just degrees.
Yes.
So I think the key thing you bring out is someone should understand where their passion and their competencies lie.
Correct.
And the question is, if you're going to succeed in that, what do you need?
Exactly.
Because in some of the areas that you're passionate about, what you need is not the degree. So it's pointless for you to be going for the degree when that's not what you need to win in where you want to operate.
Exactly.
So that's fine. That's fine. Now that you've given us the nuggets, how does someone that's brilliant almost lose their millions?
Sure.
At the time of the collapse, what was business like? How many employees did you have?
60 agents, 60 property practitioners, and 12 staff, internal staff. So property practitioners are independent; they're on commission only, and then 12 salaried employees.
So business is good.
Business has always been.
And you are
there.
in podcasts.
And I'm in podcasts.
And you are trending.
And I'm getting awards for empowering. And we were very specific. Where I only have, and I have nothing against other races, but we only hire black people in our company.
Okay.
And it's
it
not
was more an empowerment, right?
It is. That's where we are. So, and we've got even a bigger vision than that. We want to reduce the unemployment rate through real estate, through the South African Youth in Property Association. So we've really been focused.
That's why you train a lot of people to be agents.
We train them to be agents. There's trainings. So we do trainings for, we've got strategic partners. We do valuation trainings. We do estate agency trainings. There's construction trainings. So just to give you a bit of an idea before I jump back to the story, when you look at real estate, it's a huge market.
Yeah.
8 trillion is the valuation. Probably 70% of the entire economy is made up of real estate.
Yeah.
And when people think real estate, they think a house, but it's not just a residential home. Because even looking at one house, if one house is sold, and let's say there's 23 million houses in the country, let's say 350,000 residential registrations. 7 million residential registrations is what we have annually. And you look at one house creates 24 job opportunities, by the way.
The sale or the construction of it?
The sale of it. Oh, if you're talking about construction, it will create close to 80 jobs. Because I'm not even starting from a point of the developer or the person that's doing subdivisions or the town planner. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about an estate agent that comes and says, I'm going to sell this house that's already built. They get paid commission. You've got the bond originators that get paid commission for facilitating the bond process between the bank and the buyer and the seller. You've got the conveyancing attorney, which gets paid. And in the conveyancing firm, there's different conveyancers that
and
play
even
a role.
in the bank, there were employees.
They are also
the whole
bond attorneys that are also getting paid. You've got the deed office, the notaries, the inspectors. You've got electricians. I spoke about electricians earlier. Every house that is sold requires a COC,
certificate of compliance.
Every electrician gets paid for every house that is sold. You've got plumbing. If there's snag lists that you do, there's issues with the house. You've got plumbing. You've got all of these different things that you need to do. I go as far as even after the sale is done and it's registered, you've got the previous owners that need to move out, right? You've got a furniture removal company for every house, for every move. When you move
someone
out,
is moving
someone
out,
has
someone
to
is
move.
moving in.
That's a truck business. That's logistics. So real estate is quite broad. For me, it's not about a house. It's not about houses. It's really the value chain is quite huge. It's massive, and there's more impact that we can do in the sector from an economical, job opportunity, unemployment rate point of view. And I can go on, and I'm very passionate about this topic. I can go on and on about it.
Nice. But I love how you get the value chain.
Yes,
as broad as it is, and the impact that you succeeding and winning in your business has that ripple effect. You're
Yes.
clear about the picture of what that looks like.
Yeah.
So if you understand the sector so much, I still wonder how
How did it all go wrong?
does it go wrong?
Okay, so
when
let me.
business gets to be this good.
So we're doing very well. So 10 years now in the sector. I've seen a lot of good money in the sector. I'm not gonna lie. And I then decided I wanted to scale. I wanted to corporatize my business about a year ago. So I brought in a partner, a CEO. Great experience. JSE. She worked for the JSE. She worked for KPMG. She's got all the experience. And I said, hey,
Let's scale this thing.
let's scale this thing. I've got the capacity to handle this. Let's scale it. She came in, and there's two things that disrupted my business. It's the culture. Okay? The culture changed completely. And it's not her fault. By the way, I take full accountability for this because when I spoke to her, I said to her, I need to corporatize this. There's a lot of things that are not corporate here. Agents do as they please. They leave, sick leave. People just claim they are sick every now and then. There's so many different things that I haven't corporatized here.
So you knew you didn't have the right systems to scale this thing. You will run into problems if you scale the way things were.
Exactly.
And she was coming in. To plug those holes.
To make sure everything is sorted. So compliance. So like I said, it's an extremely regulated industry. So the things that we did right, like compliance, we are good.
Yeah.
We are good with systems and structure. There's things that we just did as a business, but the problem was the independent. We call them independent contractors, the property practitioners, because they come in and they run their own business within the business.
Inside your business.
So I needed her to corporatize that as well. She came in, and guess what? I said to her, even if it means cleaning up, removing agents that are not supposed to be here, let's do it.
Okay.
I did not know this thing would disrupt the entire business.
So people started not feeling you as a leader now.
So no, I stepped down, remember. So she was in power. Agents started leaving. Good agents, productive agents started leaving. Even the disrespectful ones. The ones that felt, because even they made money. They made a lot of money with our model.
Yeah.
So they felt like, who's this person to come and tell me what to do? Mhlonishwa didn't do it like that. And I started losing quality agents. And I said, no, let's go. Clean, make it corporate. Risk taking. I started losing the internal staff. So that was not necessarily the problem, right? Yeah, here's the problem. During the time where we're saying, let's scale this thing, I then bring in a software developer. And I say to them, I need you to, we spoke about AI earlier.
Yeah.
I need to make this whole thing tech driven. I need it to be a technological company. So I need you to integrate the app where HR things are sorted through the app. Contracts are sorted through the app. Everything is just on the app. Property listings. So all the properties that you see on Property 24, I need them connected through the app. So it goes through the app and then it connects to the property
basically
portals.
Your big vision is let's clean up the culture, remove who doesn't need to be here, put AI in the system.
Exactly.
So when we recruit, we only recruit the ones we need.
Exactly.
But AI is powering the new business.
AI is powering the business. And
exciting vision on paper.
Very exciting. I was literally like, we'll throw in as much capital if we have to make this work. So software guy comes in, he disrupts the entire system.
As well.
He doesn't know how to do the whole thing. on paper, he's a software engineer. He's done a couple of projects. He goes, he develops the system. I see it. It's live. I see it. We test it out. Properties are not appearing on Property 24, but they are listed on the system. Every single day, an agent can't upload pictures on the system. Every single day, an agent can't log in. And this is now going on for a month. And I go...
Which means now you can't sell.
The mistake we made there was, there's autopiloting. There's tests. You can test
like
product
testing the system
before it goes out live. We went live from the moment the guy came in. Because he sold us the world.
All right, so you had an MVP, but the way it works is it needed to be connected to an account that you're using to sell.
To advertise.
And because he connected it to that account, now you can't sell.
For 4 months, 3 months to 4 months straight.
Oh.
And we're paying $500,000 on costs.
Every month?
Every month.
With zero sales?
With zero sales. Obviously, okay, there's sales. I mean, there's property.
I get you.
There's properties that we obviously manage. There's revenue from other investments,
like rentals and stuff.
And stuff.
You didn't end up in therapy.
You know what's crazy about that? I went to every relationship that I had. At the first 2 months, I was like, well, it's gonna be okay. Let's fire this guy because he's overpromised us. And there's another thing.
How long did it take you to fire him?
3 months. This empowerment thing is a catch-22. Yeah.
What would you have done differently with the guy?
I think I would have seen through his bull from the first week.
That's one.
And I would have fired him immediately. So here's another thing. When you look at the difference, how I ran my company and how the CEO ran it when she came in.
Yeah.
It's performance driven. This is someone with corporate experience. It's performance driven. I run it as a social entrepreneur. I can develop this person. They have potential.
You'll take your time with them.
I'll take my time with them. And I've done that. I've got proven record where I've taken someone from nothing to earning 50,000 Rand per month.
Because took your time.
I've developed them. And
so I guess there's benefits and good sides to both. You guys were complementing each other. You just didn't connect and make it work.
Well, yes. I don't want to get too much into our differences. I mean, she's still my partner. She's still in the business. I still have the utmost respect for her. And hence I say it was not necessarily her. She was given a task. She did her job.
Executed.
She did her job. I can't say she came in and she destroyed my company.
Yeah.
She was given a task and she did her job. So I think, obviously looking at it from a holistic point of view, maybe I shouldn't have let go of control too quickly.
Or not let go of all the control.
Because I said to her, listen, when you come here as the CEO, everything is you. I will go and do Airbnbs and all these other different investments. I will not even get involved in the business. And that's the kind of control I let go, because I would have seen through the couple of, weeks, days, months, if I'm in the office, in and out, I would see, no, guys, we're going down. In fact, even performance started going down. Okay. But again, you can't blame her. Remember, she came, she did what she needed to do. She got rid of the people that
she needed to get rid of.
And whether they were performing or not.
Winston, when all of this is happening, this collapse, this is at a time when now you're used to money, to real money. And now the coin flips and you've got these huge bills, the $500,000 a month that you needed to pay, and you don't have it. And you're saying you went and turned to your friends.
Yeah.
And I guess they were saying no.
So
but
the interesting thing about our PR, and I'm a transparent guy, I'll say it like it is.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about that time, all of that was happening, I was getting invited to award ceremonies. I was getting invited to speak at podcasts. Okay, no, I wouldn't have spoken at a podcast. I'm only doing it now because, but I was getting invitations to come and speak and share my story and share business tips. I was getting radio interviews.
They didn't know that you were facing the fire.
They didn't know I was facing the fire. I was getting radio interviews. But remember, for me, it was also temporary. It's like, no, we'll go back to it next month. It wasn't like a thing where I needed to liquidate. So, yeah, no one knew. It was just me and my partner and the people very close around me that knew that business was really not good. And I was fortunate. I'm fortunate I invested early. I've got a lot of properties, right? My business got saved because of some income that I extracted from my investments. But it did get to a point where I say I almost lost
Did
everything.
you have to sell assets?
When I say I had to lose everything, I was defaulting on my payments for my bond.
You've defaulted.
I was defaulting. I needed 500,000 every month. I needed to take some payment breaks from some of the investments. Some businesses were obviously doing well.
What happened to the rich friends?
Sorry?
What happened to the rich friends?
Oh, rich friends. That's where I realized.
You are a pretty connected guy.
Yeah, that's where I realized it's either you need a PhD in this relationship thing because whether it was politicians I knew or whether it was some really powerful billionaires. I know a couple of billionaires I've sat on a table with. I know a couple of people doing well in this industry. I know the big guys that are running the sector.
In the sector.
I reached out to them and I said, I need help. My business is going under. And I'm going to lose everything. I need help. Guess what? No one helped me. Not even a single person.
Even the billionaires.
No. I got motivation. You will do well. Don't worry. You've built the company before. You will build it again. You remember the interview for Smooth Socks?
Yeah.
I need 2 million rand. I don't want solutions. I need 2 million rand.
I don't need motivation.
I got zero help.
How do you reflect on that now? I know in the moment it's painful.
Yeah.
You feel like people are letting you down.
Yes.
But now that you're out of this, how do you reflect back on that experience? Because someone needs to learn something.
Yes, for sure. I'm so grateful for the things I went through from a young age. Because it speaks to resilience. I'm so grateful for discipline. I tell you what helped us turn around. I obviously came back.
Yeah.
So I fired the guy eventually. This was about a year ago. I fired the guy eventually. We went back to basics. I reached out to salespeople and I brought in sales teams, sales guys. We went back to basics. We picked up the phone and we called every homeowner in the suburb.
Yo.
We listed properties. The same Winston. When I joined PM Golding, I sold 12 houses the first year.
And these are
as an
high
intern,
value,
as
these
an
are high
intern,
value properties
as an
well.
intern.
Nice.
On average, 1 million to 2 million.
That is high value back then for where you are in your journey.
As an intern, then yes. I joined. I then left Pam Golding. I joined a lady, became independent. I sold 36 houses that first year. This is one man, and those are basics. Discipline. I hear the PR and the awards and this and that, but we went back to basics. We had targets. The agents that stuck around, they did what they did. And and can I tell you, that's why it's so important. Leadership is so important, because during crisis, you need to be the one that needs to direct where the company is going next. It's either we liquidate, it's either you become depressed, Look at all the job opportunities that are lost because of your depression. Look at all the opportunities, the talent lost. You have people who've built legacies. Are you just going to become another? 10 years ago, he built a successful company and it died.
He was once rich.
He was once rich. Now we see him, he's driving a small car. He used to drive, he used to have all the houses.
The business is rough. It's hard. Look at him. He tried.
You know? I mean, jokes aside, like, leadership is people underestimate leadership. You have to come up with the solution you are the anointed one. God has given you the vision as a leader.
You can't be the
You have to execute. And I was put in a position where I had to go back to basics. And I'm so grateful that it happened like that. Because now there's reinforcement in our sales division.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making better business decisions now. I'm even investing more now. I'm just a different monster.
Would you give up control again?
Never, not too quickly.
Also, it would be phased. Because it will get to a stage where you need to.
I thought about it. Bill Gates,
they still
before he left Microsoft, he was a CEO for 30 years.
Warren Buffett's
Warren Buffett is still the CEO.
Still in the.
He's still a CEO.
They still have roles.
They still have roles.
Organizations.
Mark Zuckerberg is young, but we know Facebook from years ago.
Yeah.
He's still
in there.
The decision maker. I'm thinking, why did I feel like I could just let go of my company only at 28 years old?
And it was at its peak.
And it will be better. Your mind.
So that was the lesson for you.
Your mind curates every decision you make. Your mind curates the organization. It's teamwork, but when it comes to leadership, you can't delegate leadership. That's just what I've learned about this. And I will never ever leave this position.
That would be nice. Well, I pray you do.
Yeah.
I pray you do, because you've scaled and you found the right people and you faced it out properly, and it's time for something else.
Yeah.
You do have the talent to introduce something else. It's probably going to happen.
Thanks. You're giving me confidence there. Thank you. I'm sure at some point, I feel like, maybe the companies that do really well are able to delegate leadership.
True.
Discovery, the CEO is still there. I looked at the Capitec CEO, he's now stepping down, but whether he's there or not, the bank will still run.
Machine now.
There's different,
it gets to a stage where you can. It does
get to a stage where you can. And I just think for me, it was just too quickly. It was naive. There was a bit of excitement.
What kept you grounded during this phase? Because this is a crazy period. When you're losing employees, you've got all these bills, your friends are saying, we will not give you money.
Yeah.
A lot of people can lose themselves in that phase.
True.
What kept you grounded?
Firstly, prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got an amazing relationship with God. Like, there's just some problems that I'm very calm, by the way, even during the storm. I'm super calm, and I think I've learned, and prayer has made me a calmer person. And the other one is my purpose, man. I found my purpose at a young age.
Which is?
And
Summarize it.
Yeah, I was going to say, people that say my purpose is to be this, that's not purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say my purpose is this, but obviously, yes, to summarize it, I have been brought into this world to take a lot of people to the promised land. I have been brought into this world to serve in specific spaces where, require patience. I look at the South African Youth in Property Association. We've been running that for 3 years. I've never made profit from that. Myself and other board members, we just throw money in there. It's self-funded, by the way. We don't have government. We don't have a big law firm that's funding us. It's all self-funded. Look at how many members. Look at how many. There's free educational courses on there on how to become a real estate agent. There's free educational courses. There's accredited trainings we get from strategic partners that we give to our members. It's free. It's for the youth.
How many members do you have on there?
We've had over 700 members now.
That is nice, man.
We like, if you look at even the membership fee, it's 30 Rand a month. The resources we put in there, we host gala dinners every year annually to expose the youth. We host free master classes.
Online.
And in training, in person and online.
Okay.
We've got, we're affiliated with a lot of agencies. They guarantee job opportunities for young people, for our members are there. One would think I've got an agenda, but I look at that as an example of my purpose. I'm here to serve. I'm not here to make profit.
So you are looking at how your life is going when it comes to the service and feeling like you still matter. You see your significance. And I guess it validates you to the point where you believe that, you know what, I'll come out of this.
Exactly. I hope this doesn't get to my dad, but I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk about my dad's. I've seen my dad go through some stuff. When he lost his job, where he didn't lose his job, that's for him to share his story.
Yeah.
He tapped out, but I look at that, and he got a payout. He invested in farming and whatnot. But there was a time when farming was bad. We almost got the farm repossessed by the bank. There was a time where we had to downgrade the car he was driving to a Toyota tires.
That's never a nice experience, yeah.
I've seen things happen. So I think when I was going through this, I wasn't thinking of materialistic things. Like you say, I could always bounce back from it. I could actually shut down everything, go work for a reputable agency and sell as an individual. I can sell just 10 houses, I'll be good. One-man show. But I looked at it as...
the commission would be good.
The commission would be good. Yeah. It's easy to...
Just give up on entrepreneurship and switch to... Agent.
You can say, I'm done with this empowerment thing. I just need 2 sales a month.
and my family
I can sustain my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I was not looking at it from a materialistic point of view. I was looking at it from my purpose. If I were to stop serving and putting in the resources into, this is example, SAIPA. It's not, by the way, SAIPA is an organization with other board members. But when I look at it from my point of view, if I were to stop putting in certain resources into the organization, does that mean we've got 700 people who now won't have access to free information that can empower them in the sector?
Yeah.
Because no one else is empowering them. Which organization is empowering these young people in the sector?
That's beautiful, man. That is purpose. I think you broke it down. What does the future look like for you? And if someone watches this and says, you know what, I feel I need your help. I need to be in this club that you're talking about. What can you do for me? Who do I need to be to approach you?
I think now, yeah, that's an. I used to be free flow.
Yeah.
I used to be free flow. I think now I'm at a point where I've differentiated the NPO and the business. I'm quite strict when it comes to business. Quality is all I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are coming to me and saying, "Hey, we want to be part of your agency," obviously they'll go through the necessary channels, and we will see what happens from there. But I think I want to talk more towards SAIPA.
Okay.
If people come to me and say, "Hey, I want to be empowered," I will spare my time. I won't promise you the world, but I will give you access to SAIPA so that you have access to these
and learn
how to
become an agent.
And learn how to invest in property.
And that's 30 rands a month.
It's 30 rand a month.
Okay, it's cheap.
Yeah, there's a course there on how to become a property practitioner. There's a course there on how to become a property investor. There's a course there on how to use the property tools that we use, like People24, how to search for property. There's different types of courses. We have people that we invite to do sales training for free, how to become salespeople.
That's wonderful, man. I think that's cool. We can put the website here in the link to this video. Do you have a vision? I think last question for me. Do you have a vision to go into the continent, or
yes, we do.
You are local.
Yeah, we do. As SAIPA. So we host a Galatina every year. We're hosting one now in KZN. We hosted one in Northwest last year near the Free State. I mean. We hosted one we've started in Joburg, Gauteng, Free State. So this year we're going to KZN. We are hosting Durban ICC, 400 people there. We'll have industry leaders come and speak. And the reason why I'm sharing this is to answer your question. Every year we try to go to all 9 different provinces.
I see.
And then from there, we're going to go outside the country. We're going to go to Lesotho. We're going to go to Swaziland, or your southern hemisphere, and then we're gonna go up to the northern hemisphere, and then we'll So that's the vision with SAIPA.
It sounds actually being action.
Yeah, it's quite, and we want to have the same model for every, not just province but country. Access to free information. Skills, opportunities for young people. I think we're the leaders of SAIPA right now. It's led by our chairman, Usiyabonga Mshibe. That's such a visionary leader. That's the man I believe one day will be our president.
You need to hook me up. I think he needs to
come. He needs to come on this podcast. That's a visionary leader right there. But yeah, so the idea is we're just fed up. He's our spokesperson. We're fed up with seeing numbers like unemployment rate is 30%, 72% of that is the youth.
Those are painful.
But every day we wake up, we see large organizations doing CSI, we see government saying the youth is the future. The contradiction there. So I think us as SAIPA, we're saying, you know what, let's not rely just on government and hope that government will come through for us one day. Let's do it ourselves as the young people. Let's create our own power as the young people, and that's his vision. And he's bringing in a very strong team together. I'm proud to be part of that team myself, where we're going to disrupt the sector.
Love it, man. I think next year we should be calling in a couple of months to hear about this disruption. I promised people that you are a property expert. We didn't talk about real estate and property and all the income streams that you could do in the sector. So we need you back for the other side of the content.
I'm happy to share that information.
Thank you so much for your journey. Transformative as it was. I'm glad you didn't come out with trauma. You didn't, right?
No, I'm used to trauma. I'm used to trauma. I'm a resilient one. I'm a special one. I have some. God has given me some. I don't want to say resources, but some amandla. You know, amandla.
Yeah. Made of the good stuff.
Yeah. So,
man, thank you for joining us till this time. See you in the next episode, and thank you for all the support, for showing us the love. We are growing because of you. Let me know in the comments what you would like him to answer when he does get to come back. But otherwise, thank you and see you.